UFP, the United Federation of Podcasts.
Engage.
78 years have passed since the days of the original USS Enterprise. Now a new Galaxy starship has been designed.
Transporter Chief, beam our listeners aboard. Welcome to Galaxy Class, a Star Trek Next Generation podcast on the United Federation of Podcast Network. And I'm your host, Amy Nelson, Counselor Amy Nelson. What's going on with the title?
Don't forget your title.
I know. I'm just getting so excited for STLV. But I have with me Diplomatic Standard Bearer Kevin Scarf. Hello, Kevin.
Hello, Amy. It's good to be here. Good to see you. I wish I was coming to STLV next week.
I know.
But just too much going on right now.
You know what? I'm very confident that you have said that you are coming in March for the official, 55.
Knocking on wood.
Oh, it's not the 55-year mission. What are we calling it? I forget.
Is it the official Star Trek convention?
Yeah, but there's some name. Oh, dear.
It's in Chicago.
It's
All
in
I know
Chicago.
is it's in Chicago. Because Chicago is a city you want to be in the winter.
I know. It's, to be honest with you, the only time I've been in Chicago is in February, and I've been to Chicago 3 times.
I've only been to O'Hare. So I've never left the airport.
Yeah, it gets so cold there. But
well, I'm a Canadian, a good hearty Canadian lad who knows how to pack a parka.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that once we get to wherever the convention is, we don't have to leave that building. So,
right, yeah, the McCormick Place Center Convention. Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, we don't have Rhea or Joe with us this week. They're off gallivanting and out and about.
I think Joe's been partying for like 2 weeks.
I know. I'm thinking it's
somebody's
his turn.
birthday, and
I know.
and he just keeps partying.
Yeah.
So, and Rhea, who knows where she is?
I know.
Judging rib cook-offs, or I don't know, umpiring Major League Baseball games. This woman she's like Superwoman.
Yeah, or belly dancing, or
yes.
Yes. So we do miss them, but you will hear their voices quite soon, I predict. But let's check the communication array and see if we have any comments from our listeners.
Logs accessed.
That sounds like a good idea. And first we have from Casey Pettit regarding the last Batleth battle. He says, I think Data did not discharge the weapon. I think the weapon was so dangerous it was not safe to transport. Data looked like he was about to fire before transport, but that could have been that he was trying to intimidate Fajo. Even if he had actually killed Fajo, it could be considered self-defense. But ultimately, I don't think that Data was much of a liar, especially not just to save his own smooth android bottom.
Nice reference to insurrection.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a good point. Like, Data doesn't lie, so why would he lie in this one situation?
And it makes sense that those phasers, or whatever the weapon was,
the Veron T disruptor?
Yes, the disruptor is too volatile to be transported. I mean, it's it's absolutely reasonable. And again, just another reason why The Most Toys is an excellent episode.
Exactly. That is why it won the battle.
It did. Oh, spoiler alert. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? We did get an email from our good friend Stu, and he writes, I have to disagree with Joe. Stu, you can write in every week. Just saying that, and I will read it every week.
Oh, that's okay. Joe doesn't listen to this show.
Exactly, right? So Stu continues and says, let me say that again. I have to disagree with Joe that when Q threw the Enterprise in the path of the Borg in System J25, that it was intended to destroy the Federation. We know from the episode The Neutral Zone that the Borg are already in and around Federation space. By forcing an encounter, Q allowed us to gain knowledge of what was to come and give us time to prepare. If we didn't get that heads up, the Borg would have arrived unannounced and assimilated the Federation. It might have been done as an impetuous reaction to Picard shunning his help, but it did teach us a valuable lesson. I think Q is at its best when he acts as a teacher and an advocate for humanity, and less of the Loki-type god of mischief.
Interesting. No, he's right. I mean, Q likes humanity. Like he wouldn't be spending this much time trying to shepherd humanity into the next phase of its existence if he didn't like us. So, trying to help us protect ourselves from the Borg, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Well, and Q takes on that role. If he is going to be our judge, jury, and executioner, as he is an encounter at Farpoint and all good things, like he's, by doing so, taking responsibility for humanity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would he care?
Right. And if he's going to be sole judge, jury, and executioner, he wouldn't want somebody else to do that for him and eliminate humanity. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Great point, Stu. Well, let's see what we're going to talk about today.
Ooh.
This is the captain. Senior officers will report to my ready room immediately.
Well, we are continuing our Build Your Own watch list. And I think the last watch list we built, it was us.
It was just you and me then, too, wasn't it? Yeah. What was the topic of that one?
Oh, my gosh. Q episodes?
We can edit this out. I think it might have been Q's.
I cannot even remember. Oh, my goodness.
52 episodes and they all become a blur.
They do. But this one should be memorable because we are going to highlight cameos from other series. I'm so excited, Kevin. Now, listeners, I texted Kevin and I was like, so should we talk about what we're going to talk about or should we let it be a surprise? And Kevin, you were like,
let's just be a surprise. Spontaneity is fun.
So I'm a little nervous. So Kevin, how did you go about choosing your list? Like what were the priorities? What did you think of when it's cameos from other series?
Well, at first I thought, of the memorable ones. And then I realized, Next Generation was really the second series. So, and because it was on the air for 5 years before Deep Space Nine or Voyager started, it didn't have that much chance for characters from those shows to come over. So, but there was, at the beginning of the run of Next Generation, there was so much controversy. How can you replace the crew of the Enterprise, Kirk, Spock, Uhura, with these new people? Now, we know that known to love Picard and Riker and everybody, and especially Troy.
Yes.
But that was a big question mark at the beginning. So I thought, for me, the best way to limit this would be to look at original series characters who have made appearances on the show.
I love that.
Is that where you went?
That is the last thing. No, I can't even say that. I didn't even think of the original series. So when I saw this, I went like Voyager, okay, and those that came after because we saw them on TNG.
Okay. Oh, so you went that way. So characters who were on TNG who ended up on other shows.
Yes.
Got it.
Isn't that funny?
Well, that's perfect. That means that we're going to have two very different watch lists here.
Yes, we are. And then I also did throw in a little twist, but I'm going to save that for later.
Excellent.
Okay. So, Kevin, start us off with your pick of Cameos.
Okay, well, I have to start with what I think is, like, it wasn't the first cameo. And I'm not even, let's say this. The first cameo was in the first episode, right? We saw Dr. McCoy in that episode, in Encounter at Farpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But as memorable as that wasn't a major scene. He was there. It was nice to see him. That's why I think I want to go with what really was the first of the episodes of Next Gen that really embraced the fact that it was part of the Trek universe, and that's Sarek. Sarek is a beautiful episode where we learn about his split with Spock, about his second wife Perrin, and his illness that's causing him so much pain that leads to that sort of almost epic scene of the mind meld between Sarek and Picard. Sarek is a beautiful, heartbreaking episode. And I love when you can get really emotional stories out of the unemotional Vulcans. And Sarek is a classic in that respect.
Who's the actor that plays Sarek?
Mark Leonard.
That's right. Yes. Very good.
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, and to bring back that character, I mean, he did play him a couple of times in a couple of the original series movies, but like one episode in the original series, a couple of movies, and to bring that same character back and age him 100 years as well, you know, just an amazing performance. So I don't think you can go wrong with an episode like Sarek.
Yeah. Agreed. I mean, it's a great episode, but yeah, we do have this amazing cameo appearance by Mark Leonard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So powerful. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So what would your first choice be then?
Okay. So my very first thing that came into my mind was Robert Duncan McNeill in The First Duty.
Yeah,
Yes.
I see where you're going.
Right? And
I thought about that too, actually.
We know him as Tom Paris in Voyager, but started at TNG. I just think this episode is so fun. It's absolutely episodic. Like anyone could just sit and watch that and know exactly what's going on and understand the tensions that's there. And I think it does highlight Robert Duncan McNeill very well as a talented actor. He plays the little spoiled brat, and he does it well. So
yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, for an episode that's ostensibly about Wesley, you do remember Nick Locarno, right?
Yes.
Like, and there are so many one-time guest stars who you don't even remember their characters' names, let alone the actors' names.
Yeah.
But Robert Duncan McNeill as Nick Locarno.
Exactly.
Memorable.
I mean, they're synonymous. It really is. And yeah. And the way that he peer pressures Wesley, I mean, just classic. It's a great episode. I think it would be fun to start my watch list.
Oh, agreed.
Okay.
We talked about that episode a lot when we talked about Wesley, both here and on Earl Grey, how important that episode is to Wesley's character development. You know, how betrayed Picard feels because Wesley. Another. It's a classic episode.
Yeah, and it's one where Wesley's not saving the day. I mean, he's part of the problem and the solution.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. Well, you started us with Sarek. I don't know where you can go from there. I think you started a little high there.
I did start quite high, but I'm going to go a little higher.
Okay.
And this is an episode that we did talk about on a Batleth battle not too long ago. It did not win, as I recall, but it is a very memorable episode, and that is Relics. Commander Scott, the Dyson Sphere, you know, that classic scene of him going to the classic Enterprise bridge on the holodeck. Classic lines like, "It's green," you know. It's funny, it's heartbreaking, It's about a man out of time who realizes he's lost all of his friends, that he's alone. I think we did nitpick it a bit, and there are some questionable things in it. I don't think the crew treated Mr. Scott all that well, especially Geordie. But to see him again, to see him, trying his hardest to be useful and to be, it's beautiful. And I really do love Relics, even though it didn't quite make the cut. For the Batleth battle, it didn't make it to round 2. Relics is still a fantastic episode.
Absolutely. And you're right. The whole thing with the Dyson sphere, the technology aspect of that episode is right up there, super high tech. And then you've got a classic story of, wanting to still be relevant and still be important. And you look at Scotty's career and what he's accomplished in Starfleet, and then just to have him, it's very important, and especially as I get a little older, very relevant. But it shows Scotty, just really his connection and his love with the TOS, and that he shares that with us on the Next Generation is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, it's a gorgeous episode, and it's a fun watch.
Yes.
It's slightly sad, but not maudlin. It's got funny moments, the getting drunk bits, Data behind the bar. Oh, just fun.
And and when you said when he's going into just the 1701, no bloody ABCD.
No bloody ABCD.
Yeah, and he goes in and you hear the sounds and just the view, and it just chills. I get the chills just thinking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Great pick. Okay.
All right. Number 2 for you.
Number 2 has to go to another fun one, episodic one, and that is Tim Russ in Starship Mine.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, such a fun episode. We've talked about this. We get to experience Data pretending or trying to learn, small talk.
Small talk.
I'm Hutch Hutchinson, and
so much fun.
Exactly. And every serious horseman has their own saddle, as we know.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. The Barian sweep, the tension. It's just a great episode. And we've got Tim Russ, who unfortunately doesn't make it too far. But it's so fun to see him show up in Voyager. And he also had a cameo in the movies, right?
Yes, he did.
He
was almost cast as Geordie, as I recall reading.
Right.
Like he was. I mean, the Star Trek producers knew who he was.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So he's been in a lot. So to see him and have him in the Next Gen is just great. And Starship Mine is an excellent episode. It could go on any watch list, and so I'm putting it here. All right, Kevin. So we are to your third cameo appearance.
Well, if you are talking about classic actors being on the Next Generation, then you can't not include Star Trek Generations on this list, because everybody was dying to see Kirk and Picard together. Does the movie hold up? Is it a great movie? It's a good movie. And we get to see our classic friends, Kirk and Chekhov and Scotty, and we get to see Kirk interact with Picard. We get a really great villain in Malcolm McDowell's Soren. It's just a fun movie. Does it give Kirk the send-off that we were hoping for? Maybe not. But it is a nice passing of the torch from one generation to the next. So if you're going to do a movie, if you're going to talk about an episode or with classic characters in it, you can't not include Star Trek Generations.
Agreed. When you sort of built up, I was like, ooh, I bet he's going to say Generations. And yes, we get the William Shatner, Captain Kirk, and Picard together.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great cameo. He does, I think, a great job. I think it's fun in the movie where he's sort of joking about himself and he can laugh at himself, you know, and well, I used to do this and I was changing your grandfather's diapers, you know, and it's so fun again, seeing them and having him back on screen, but yet working together. But yeah, the movie does have its flaws, as we have discussed.
You know, I think I need to watch it again. It's been a while since I've seen it. I think one of the things that it had going against it was that it came out not too long after All Good Things, right?
Yeah.
Like, they had no break between the end of the filming of the series and the filming of the movie. And I think the writers, and it's the same writers who wrote the series finale and the first movie. And I think they maybe should have taken a break in between to regroup and have time to really develop a great story that's going to combine our two favorite captains at that point instead of rushing it. I do enjoy what we got, but I think we could have got something better.
Yeah. I love the Soren and the Picard and the Amagosa Star and then there's some things with the data motion chip and unfortunately the Kirk. You're right. If they could have had a little more time to develop and the story, I think it could have been amazing. Yeah. But no, great to have on our watch list, though.
It's good. It's just not amazing.
Yeah.
But vital to a list where we're talking about cameos from other series on Next Gen.
Right.
Got to be there.
Well, I must say that your third pick is way better than my third pick. My third pick also is a movie. And
I
listeners,
thought about this one. I think I know where you're going.
As listeners know, my favorite Next Gen movie is Nemesis, and we do get to see Admiral Janeway.
Yeah.
So I'm having her as my cameo, and truly, this would be a true definition of a cameo. We see her on screen, give some orders, and then we never see her again. So in true cameo style. But I wanted to put Nemesis on the list because I think more people do need to watch Nemesis more often. It's my personal opinion.
Agreed. Yeah.
But what I do like about specifically her cameo is that when we last saw her, she was still just captain. And so we now know there's a progression in her career. She didn't just stop. She's continuing in Starfleet. So it's like we get sort of a finish to her story as well. Yeah. And I really like Nemesis for that, which I don't think I've ever said out loud before. So mark my words.
No, that's great. Like, Janeway, I'm glad we're going to see more Janeway in the very near future.
Yes.
Janeway's a great character, and the fact that we got to see at least one interaction with Janeway and Picard, amazing.
Yeah.
And knowing that there's at least one admiral in Starfleet who's not a badmiral.
Yes.
You know, we've known her for 7 years. We know she's not a bad person. She's going to do the right thing. So,
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yes. There's an example of a non-badmiral. And we need that. Yep.
Unless they're talking about Mirror Janeway.
Oh.
We never did see a Mirror Janeway, did we?
No. That sort of scared me. I'm not going to lie. Wow. Well, that sounds good for a 1-disc compilation. But do you have an honorable mention where this is a 2-disc DVD set?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Because it's a 2-part episode.
Oh.
As much as I love Spock, I had, if we were culling the list down to 3, somebody had to go. And I'm sad to say it was Unification. Spock, another great story, which blew my mind, kept going just this past year on Discovery, So it resolved things that were set up in Sarek. Spock got to mind meld with Picard and see his father's last what's the word I'm looking for?
His last moments, his last memories,
his last thoughts that were concrete, that were real. I wanted to say lucid, but that's not right.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So say that again with lucid.
Is it lucid? Lucid.
Yeah.
Lucid with a D. Yeah. So Spock got to mind meld with Picard and see his father's last lucid moments, which was a lovely moment. We got to see more of Romulan society, which is something we didn't get to see a lot of in a lot of series. So unification is a really great. Now there's so little Spock in Unification Part 1. He just shows up at the very end. It's like dun dun dun, to be continued. Come back next week because you're going to see Spock. But I think that's a fun, a really great cameo. Not even a cameo. It's a guest starring appearance by Leonard Nimoy, who didn't need to come back to Star Trek on TV, but he did it because we got a great story.
Yeah. So very interesting that you are now getting around to it, because when you said Sarek for your first pick, that's why I was like, and who's the actor? Because I was trying, when you said Sarek, I'm like, oh, Spock. But then I was like, that's his dad. Because I was so sure you were going to go with Spock and Leonard Nimoy. That's how confident I was. That's why I had that pause there. I'm like, what? So you're finally getting around. Honorable mention for Spock.
Of those stories, I think Unification is my least favorite.
Listeners, you can send the hate mail.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. In fact, I would probably say it is better than Generations. But as for but as for the criteria of this watch list, I had to put Generations on, and I do love Sarek, and I do love Relics. So something had to be an honorable mention, and it's Unification.
Okay, fair enough. Mm-hmm. Okay, so for my honorable mentions, this is where we're getting a little twist.
Okay.
So when I thought and read cameos from other series, I went to Cheers and Frasier.
Oh.
And so I am including for my cameo Kelsey Grammer in Cause and Effect. Even though, again, true cameo style, we have to go the entire episode, and it's not until the last act where we see Kelsey Grammer come in being lost in this loop for 80 years. Cause and Effect is going to be my first honorable mention.
Nice.
And what series? Cheers / Frasier.
Well, I think Cheers is part of the Trekiverse.
Of course. I mean, Morn, exactly.
Yeah, fun.
Okay.
Good choice. Good.
Do you have another honorable mention?
Okay, well, I've pretty much run out of classic Star Trek characters. None of the classic Klingons showed up on Next Gen. They all showed up on DS9.
What about that? Wasn't there one of those ladies?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Not that I'm aware of. So, let's talk about a character that came from DS9 then instead. Okay. And that is Bashir. Bashir did do a whole episode of Next Gen.
That's right.
Birthright, Part 1. Was it Birthright? The one where Data was dreaming.
Yes, Birthright.
That was Birthright, yeah.
Yes.
So we did get a Bashir on the Enterprise was docked at DS9. Yes. Bashir came on board. Didn't ask anybody if he could use their computers. And and we did get some nice Bashir Data interactions.
Yes. And I love that one because, again, we're seeing someone experience Data brand new. And so we get to experience Data all brand new through his eyes. And we're talking season 6. So we've already had 6 years to know Data, and we get to know Data all over again. It's great. I love it when they do that.
And we hadn't known Bashir for very long at that point.
Right.
Either, right? It was first season DS9.
Yeah.
I think first or second. So it was very early.
Yeah, very early. Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. We got
Excellent.
Bashir.
Excellent. Okay, for my second honorable mention, another TV series that I loved and watched was LA Law. So I'm going Corbin Burnson in Q2. I love this episode, number one, because I know Corbin Burnson from LA Law. Like, serious. My mom and I, we watched that every Thursday. It was must-see TV way before the 90s. Must-see TV. But he was so serious and sort of the sleazy and sleeping with all the divorce, wives. And,
Yeah.
And then to have him on TNG, my beloved homegrown, not sleazy character. And he's helping Q, and absolutely love it. Super fun episode. And what a joy to have Corbin Burnson.
For sure. Yeah, no. Good choice.
Yeah. All right.
Do we have one more each in us, or is that it?
Do you have another one?
I got one more.
Okay.
It's very brief.
Okay.
It's very brief. And it is in... let me make sure I got this right. It is in Star Trek First Contact. Well, actually... there are 2 in Star Trek First Contact.
Okay.
The emergency medical hologram shows up.
Yes.
And this is our other classic Trek character, Zephram Cochrane. How could I forget Zephram Cochrane?
Right.
He did appear on the original series. Different actor played him in First Contact. Slightly different character in First Contact, but a really fun, memorable character played by James. What's his name? I wanted to say Cameron, but that's not right.
No.
The actor from Babe, Pick of the City.
I know. I'm thinking Babe. Oh my gosh, I love him. You're killing me. You're killing me. Okay.
Because he did show up on Next Gen as other characters as well. So Zephram Cochrane is played by
James Cromwell.
Cromwell. Before I even got to looking it up on Memory Alpha.
I was just
Cromwell.
Like, Google, Babe movie. Yeah, James Cromwell.
So,
yes.
James Cromwell as Zephram Cochrane.
Yep.
There we go.
Very, very good. Great pick. Okay, so for my last honorable mention, I'm going to go... okay, I'm sort of torn.
We'll give them both. It's all good.
Okay. So, do you remember Max Headroom?
Oh, yeah. I love
yeah.
Max Headroom.
Oh, shoot. What was his name? I forgot his. Yes, Matt Frewer. And he was in the one where he's the...
Berlinghoff Rasmussen.
Yes. What's the name of the episode?
Is it Times Square? No.
See, this is the one that I wasn't really wanting to include. This is why, listeners, I'm not really prepared. But I really did like that episode during the time because of Max Headroom. And so he, for me, is a cameo that I will always remember. But the one that I really wanted to say is The Game with Ashley Judd.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, I loved Ashley Judd. In part, I only knew her at the time because of the Judd's country duo mother-daughter. Ashley and Naomi and Winona Judd. And they had a little sister, Ashley Judd, and I got to see her, and I sort of was raised up with her. And so I loved the Judds. And then to see her on my beloved Star Trek, and then she goes on to have this amazing movie star career. Like, it's just incredible. And I just love that she got her start. And The Game is a great episode. Another one with Wesley Crusher. He got to deal with all the fun cameos.
Yeah. And that episode with Berlinghoff Rasmussen was a matter of time.
There you go. Thank you.
Now, have you read any of the New Frontier novels where Ashley Judd's character gets to continue on? She's a major recurring character in those.
No, I have not.
Oh, they're quite fun. That's probably my favorite series of Star Trek novels, Peter David's New Frontier series.
Okay.
So much fun. Yeah.
Very
much
good.
fun. Because it also has Dr. Solar. It's got all these characters that have appeared in Next Gen who show up. And he'd also written some books for young readers, like a Starfleet Academy series, and he brought some of those characters onto this crew as well. Oh, and Shelby is a major character in that show too. And,
awesome.
Yeah. So highly recommend the New Frontier books by Peter David.
Excellent. Well, and he's a great writer, so.
Now, I thought you were going to go back to the Cheers well one more time and say BB Newworth.
Oh, yeah, that one is good. First Contact, the episode.
So fun.
Yeah,
so
she
fun.
is good.
Yeah.
See, there's a lot. Well,
So
listeners,
many.
you can tell us what your watch list would be and what cameos. Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you. Are we moving on?
No, because I want to do final thoughts.
Okay.
Okay. So, Kevin, I sort of was wondering if you had, and we're going to say a 2-disc, commemorative watch list of Galaxy class hosts. It's coming out. Special, still case packaging, nothing but the best.
Of course.
Would you want that on just regular DVD? Would you want it Blu-ray? Do you want it 4K? I don't know. And then also, how much would you charge for your 2-disc watch list?
Oh. So every episode would have commentary tracks by you and me.
Oh, perfect!
Yeah. And I think it's got to go for at least $99.99.
Oh my goodness! Wow. Okay. Is that going to be the HD, 4K, or all the versions?
As much as I'd love it to be 4K, I think we'll just go with the regular HD. We get some really high quality transfers, and then just have you and me narrating, doing commentary tracks. I think it'll be perfect. Yeah, some great bonus features. They would definitely pay $99.99. $99.99.
Yeah, steal.
I think that's the perfect way to package it.
It is. I mean, with the still case and everything.
Someone get CBS, Viacom, Paramount on the line right now.
Exactly. Who doesn't need the Kevin and Amy commentary?
Nobody doesn't.
Oh my goodness.
Incoming transmission.
Well, listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts on today's show and hope you will join our Facebook group, Federation Council Chambers. That way you can tell us your watch list and just have fun talking with all the other members there.
If you want to send us email, you can email us directly at galaxyclass@ufp.earth, and we will read your email on the show. You can also follow us on Twitter at GalaxyClassPod.
Well, please, listeners, hit the subscribe button on Apple Podcasts and wherever you get your podcasts, and leave us a star rating and written review. That helps others to find the show. You can also follow our entire network's podcast with the master feed. Just search United Federation of Podcasts. And you know what? There's so many fun shows. There are like All Good Things, which needs to come out soon. That's, someone hosts that. Me.
Somebody. She's pretty good.
Franchise fatigue. We have always Hold On to Arrow, which I said I was going to start watching, and I haven't started watching Arrow, but
Those two guys are great to listen to.
I know. I just
Devontae and Lance, so fun.
I
Yeah.
just throw them on just sort of to listen because they're great. Yeah, really fun. We have History with the Zalogis. Loving that.
Learned so much from that show.
Yes. Mickey's Marvels, classic. I just listened to their Lion King one. I didn't know there was so much symbolism. Okay, I've learned about the Lion King, but listening to them, I learned even more. Crazy. There's the new one, Sasquatch, and of course, we have our Infinite Diversity that's covering all of the new Trek. So, Kevin, where can people find you when you are being a cameo on Stage Whispers?
Oh, well, if I'm cameoing on Stage Whispers, it means I'm busy and they've had to replace me. Because normally I'm a main host on that show. So
I know, but you're a
find me
cameo there because you're really a host here. So
I'm a host here, too.
That's what that was my point.
It's perfect. Yeah. So, but you can find me on Stage Whispers. We just released our 1-year anniversary episode. And we talked to a really great local theater group there on that episode. You can find me on True North Nerds. I was supposed to help review the movie The Suicide Squad on our next episode, but the world conspired against me, and I did not make it to the film today, so we'll see what happens. You can find me on the Federation Council Chambers, on Facebook, on Twitter, at ScarfK or at True North Nerds. You can find me on TikTok, at KevinGS71. And Amy, where can people find you if you've been trapped in the Nexus?
Oh, it's my favorite place to be, but I want to get out when I want to as well. That's yeah. So when I'm escaping the Nexus, you can find me here in the network hosting All Good Things. I'm also co-hosting Union Federation podcast, and that talks about the Orville in Star Trek. And we are going to be covering the new Trek, Lower Decks, and that comes after. So I'm sort of excited.
That show comes back very soon. I'm so excited for that show. I love it so much.
When this recording comes out, it will have already been released.
I know.
So I hope everyone has watched it on Paramount Plus. Oh, not Around the World?
It's getting a quicker release than the first season did.
Okay, good.
We get it here on Crave and
right.
CTV Sci-Fi, but I believe, is it Amazon that
Amazon.
shows it in most?
Yeah.
And I think it's only going to be a couple of days behind us here.
So we're hoping everyone will get to see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Twitter at Miss Amy Nelson, but best place is right there in the Federation Council Chambers.
Perfect.
Priority 1 message from Starfleet coming in on secured channel.
If you'd like to help us keep all of our shows coming to you each week, you can become a patron of the network on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/UFPEarth to get all the details, and you could become a producer of the show and help us out. We'd love to have you join the team.
We would like to recognize our executive producers, Brandon Shea Mutala, Ken Tripp, Zach Moore, and Tony Robinson. We would also like to thank Zach Tripp for our opening and closing music, and Tony Robinson for our amazing artwork.
Thank you for beaming aboard Galaxy Class, and until next time.
Life forms, those little life forms.
Where are you? Do 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 do.
Engage.
This has been a production of MTMR Media Works.